Transportation around campus will be a little bit easier this semester with the arrival of 2 new Zip cars. The cars are being provided to the campus permanently by a Boston-based company which rents out its cars for public use. They will be available for students and faculty for $7 an hour, or about $72 a day. This fee includes gas, insurance, and 180 free miles.
The swine flu epidemic continues to rear its ugly head on campus. Health Services declined to release the number of students treated, but did admit that students have been treated for influenza-like symptoms within a week of starting the current semester. They assure students that a vaccine for the entire student body is on the way, and to guarantee that all those with extreme cases will be treated.
Recent polls say that only 46% of Americans are concerned about catching swine flu in the next year. But that doesn't mean that Americans aren't taking precautions. In response to the outbreak, 59% of respondents say they have washed their hands or used a hand sanitizer more frequently. 25% have avoided crowded places. 20% have avoided people they think may have recently been to Mexico. 17% have avoided Mexican restaurants or grocery stores. 8% have worn a face mask. 5% have talked with their doctor about swine flu. 1% have gotten a prescription or purchased antivirals such as Tamiflu or Relenza.
This is in contrast to the numbers suggested by our own AccuCCN poll, brought to you by Air Mexico. Spring break just got a little cheaper. Of Clark students, 18% have recently been to Mexico. 0% have avoided crowded places due to being at college. 18% use hand sanitizer more often than necessary due to obsessive-compulsive disorder. I saw one girl with a face mask on. That was pretty weird. She might have been painting or something, though. 59% of students report taking more than their usual dose of prescriptions. 18% of students report actually having things prescribed to them. 65% of shoppers at Santiago's market report that their chief concern is the price of plantains. Finally, and possibly the most frightening, nearly 90% of Clark students suspect that they know at least 3 people of Mexican origin.
Scary stuff. And now for a segment on Clark's unsung heroes, the EMS team.
Help! I need somebody. Help! Not just anybody.
EMS stands for Emergency Medical Services, and at Clark, it's all volunteer.
EMS is a first response system.
We save people's lives.
We respond 24 hours a day. We're here to provide all types of medical treatment.
And it's all students, there's no grad students, there's no faculty members, it's all us.
EMS is fabulous.
But if you are sick or you are injured, regardless of severity, even if it is an ice pack and you're worried about it, call us, because that's what we're here for.
It's not about getting people in trouble, it's about helping.
We're not the cops. We're affiliated with the cops, however, we are there to provide medical attention to you. So you really shouldn't be concerned about, getting in trouble. You really should just focus on helping people.
If anyone's drunk, is underage, no one's going to get in trouble, just as long as they talk to us, just give us the details, because then we can do our jobs better. If we know what happens, down to a T, we know how to treat them.
Definitely call us in those situations. We have protocols. We know how to, help you if you're sick, especially if you're throwing up. That's the most dangerous situation.
Whenever our radio goes off, it could go from anywhere from someone who ate some bad food and is gassy to someone fell down the stairs and broke their ankle.
Even just this year, we've done cardiac arrest, drug overdose, partial amputation.
I had someone who swallowed bleach.
A lot of flu-like symptoms recently. Swine flu is rearing its ugly head.
You get these sick calls of freshmen, 3 o'clock in the morning, being like, oh, I'm so sick, and you go, and they're like, I'm away from my mom.
Usually if they're naked, they're belligerent, and if they're belligerent, it's just going to be a long night.
She would just cut right through the bone, the ligaments, the tendons. It was barely hanging on there.
An old dude just keeled over and had a heart attack right in front of Atwood Hall, and we had to respond, and we had to do CPR on him and everything, and then we ended up using the defibrillator, which Alex got to press the button, and I'm jealous of him for it.
Last I heard, he was doing really well. Do an EMS!
Yeah, we're always open for new people to join.
If you have any interest in saving people or helping people, you should do this.
It's a really rewarding feeling.
It's so much fun. You get to help people.
Basically, it's making your karma really, really good.
You just feel really huge sense of pride in that because you did it.
It's really excellent experience, even just for the real world. And basically, when you're on duty, you just have to carry one of our lovely bags and one of these nice radios, and you can take showers and go to sleep and go about your normal daily activities.
I go to cuffs on Thursday nights when I'm on duty. Usually, do homework. I play video games, watch movies. I do whatever I want, really.
See this cool stuff? Oh, look how cool.
Some people just hang out in our crew room and watch TV. We've got a nice flat screen TV.
When you actually start doing it, you listen to lung sounds and heart sounds and stuff like that. You really start interacting with patients. It's pretty neat.
And eventually you get really, really good at just being able to read people.
Doing volunteer EMS looks really good on a resume.
You learn leadership, how to work in a team.
Really good bonding, with other members on the squad. It makes you have this sense of community.
You have an awesome crew to work with.
We're like a little family, so that's why you want to join, because we're a family here.
You also get a lot more respect. The faculty especially really appreciates what we do.
It's a big deal. It really is.
So to join here, basically we offer first responder classes every semester, and we offer an EMT class every spring. So, if you're interested in doing EMS, we'd definitely like to have you come talk to us at the very least. If you want to get certified, we can give you some information on taking the class. And then once you've got your certification, we'd be really thrilled to have you come work with us.
CCN News is truly an institution by the students and for the students. This is why we would like to take this time to read to you some sections of Synergy, the Clark Student Handbook that will probably save your life. This is their section entitled, Helpful Information Concerning Alcohol.
If you're hosting an approved function on campus or a private party off campus, it is imperative that you are aware of your responsibilities as a host. This requires that you pay attention to many details. Here are a few suggestions. 1. Know the facts about alcohol, about drinking and driving, about your liabilities, and about dealing with intoxicated individuals. Just know about it.
2. Be aware of your guests to ensure that they're having a good time, and to be sure that no behavior gets out of control.
3. Serve some tasty food. Vegetable platters and fresh fruit are welcome alternatives to the typical party foods such as peanuts, chips, and pretzels. Because salty foods increase one's thirst, they may also lead to increased alcohol consumption.
4. Respect the decision of guests who don't want to drink, or have decided to slow down or stop for the evening. Never encourage guests to drink, or to drink more than their personal preference.
5. Stay sober yourself. As a host, you never know when you'll have to deal with an emergency. Remember that alcohol is a depressant drug. As with other depressants, like black tar heroin for instance,
when used to excess, alcohol can result in cessation of spontaneous respiration and loss of the gag reflex. This can, of course, lead to death by asphyxiation or aspiration of regurgitated food.
Hosts must consider the responsibility of well-being and well-being of their guests. Parties should be fun, but excessive drinking can be lethal.